How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So today I found RetroArch has been updated to 1.7.7, so I thought I'd update my RetroArch on my Xbox One and also show you how to install and set it up as well. So before we get started, I'd like to mention that you do need dev mode activated on your Xbox One, and in order to do so you need a dev account from Microsoft, which costs about $20. So if you don't have that already, then I suggest you do that before you continue. But if you have dev mode already activated, then let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, as you see on the screen, I'm already in my dev mode on my Xbox One, and the first thing I'm going to want to do is get on my device portal on my web browser and connect to my Xbox One. So let me switch to my desktop view, and you can see on this side, on the left side of the screen, I am connected already on my device portal with my Xbox One. And on the other side, on the right, I have the BIOS folders needed for some emulators, not all, but for some, just to get started. And I have RetroArch filed right here, 1.7.7. So all these files will be in the link in the description down below, so that way you can follow along with me. So let's get started with the installation. So first things first, you're going to want to go ahead and click on Add on your device portal. Simply just drag and drop your 1.7.7 file into here and go ahead and click Next. We don't have any dependencies to drop, so we're just going to go ahead and click Start and let this process continue. So it takes a little bit of time, and I'm going to go ahead and skip this, and I'll catch up with you at the end. Okay, so we reached the end, and it says package has successfully registered. It does take a little bit of time to install at 100%, so give it some time to finish loading and it'll do it. So it took like about a minute or so to on 100% before it said package registered, so just letting you know. So go ahead and click done. As you can see here, RetroArch has been installed on your device portal, and if you go to your Xbox One, you'll see that RetroArch has been installed on this end as well. So first things first, we're going to have to go into RetroArch and do its initial load up. So go ahead and go into it. It might give you some errors, but we'll fix that as we go along. So as you see right here, it's been saved to new configuration. Warning, there's no assets, so use the online updater because it's fairly new. So let's go ahead and go to online updater. Go to update core info files. And then we're going to want to go ahead and update assets once the info files have been extracted. Okay, so now we're updating assets. So this, depending on your internet speeds, might go faster or slower, but the extraction does take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this, and once again, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we're about to reach the end, and it should become really small, and all we gotta do is just get back out and do a fresh restart. Okay, so now it shows really small, so go ahead and push B to go back, and then go to quit RetroArch. So we're good with the setup here, however we need to add our BIOS folders. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into my desktop view. Okay, so back here on our desktop view, all we got to do is go to File Explorer on our device portal, go to Local App and Data, and then go to RetroArch. Go ahead and click on Local State, and then scroll down to System, and look for the files here. You can either drag and drop as such like this, and then go ahead and click on Upload, or you can go to Choose File and look for the file on your desktop. So once you're here, when you open the file, now you can just do one by one like this, and every time you go to choose file, it's going to be there. So I'll speed this up. Okay, once you're done, you can make sure that you have all of them installed, and that's pretty much it. So now that we have the system files installed on the BIOS folder, so now that we have our BIOS folders installed in our system, we can go ahead and get back out. If you want to install your ROMs, you can put them in here in the download folder and install your ROMs. However, what I like about the RetroArch right now is that it can be uploaded through USB, your ROMs, so that's a huge plus. Let me go ahead and switch back to that. Once you're back here, go ahead and go into RetroArch again, and now we're ready for our gameplay. So as far as ROMs go, I can't really show you where to go, but I can tell you that you can do a Google search and find them online and put them on your USB and make sure they are separated. So I'm going to go ahead and load a cord just so we can try a couple out. And here's all the cores that are available for the Xbox One. I hope they add more as we go along. But let's go ahead and do a Sega Genesis core just to get things started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a game, and then I'm going to do my outro, but I'll leave other examples of games running at the end of the video, so it'd be up to you if you'd want to watch them as well. Oh, before we do anything, I'm going to go back one, and we need to do this first. So go ahead and go to input. I don't know if this saves every single time you go in and out of RetroArch, but if it doesn't, all you got to do is come down to the menu toggle gamepad under input and go to start and select. So now when you're in game, you can go into the quick menu by pushing start and select as so, and I'll show you when we get to our game. So go ahead and click back. Also, your video, you're going to want to change it to aspect ratio to your liking of what size that you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and do 16:9 because that will make that full screen on my game. So now let's go ahead and load content. Now I'm going to go down to open and just look for your USB and look for the files that you want to use. However, I loaded a Sega Genesis, and I'm going to go to here. Oh, go ahead and click select, and it's going to upload all the files that you have here. So go ahead and click on that. If it's a zip file, it's going to show you this. Just go to load archive, and then since you're on the current already, the first one should be the current one that you loaded. Go ahead and click OK, and it should load your ROM. Let me make sure it's not too loud. Okay, so there you go. Sonic Classic Heroes is running. It's also full screen on my Xbox One. I can just go ahead and click start and start my game. And now I have this going. I think this is a ROM hack, so if you don't recognize it, you can probably just look for the game title. But what I was talking about, the quick menu, is you push start and select. You can go here and you can choose to save your game, to load your game, to do other kind of things, change latency if it's lagging so much, add cheats or shaders, and other things as well. So with that being said, that is the end of our video. If you like what you see, a thumbs up is appreciated. If you like this content, I do cover RetroArch on other devices. If you look through my channel, as like the Switch, the Fire Stick, not the Fire Stick, the Wii U, and the PC. So if you like this content, the subscribers appreciated as well. Okay, let me start all over. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you like what you see here today, a thumbs up is appreciated. If you like this content, a subscriber is appreciated. Also with this content, I do cover RetroArch on other devices such as the Nintendo Switch, PC, the Wii U. So check it out if you're interested in that. Also, if you come into any troubles, if something did not work, I do keep up to date with my comments. Also, if you'd like to reach me on my social media, that might be a little faster, just go ahead and leave a comment down below and say, I messaged you here. That way it can remind me. And other than that, everything worked fine on my screen. Before we go, if you didn't notice that I have my Xbox controller connected wired, because I'm sitting right next to my Xbox and I'm conserving my battery. But it does also work on Bluetooth. So other than that, guys, everything's working fine. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.